always know this. I learned this in the Vagina workshop. I learned this from the woman who runs the Vagina workshop. A woman who believes in vaginas, who really sees vaginas, who helps women see their own vaginas by seeing other women's. In the first session, the woman asked us to
draw a picture of your own unique, beautiful, fabulous vagina. That's what she called it.
One woman who was pregnant drew a big mouth, screaming, with coins spilling out of it. Another, very skinny woman, drew a plate with a kind of Devonshire pattern on it. I drew a big black dot with squiggly lines around it. The black dot was equal to a black hole in space, and the squiggly lines were meant to be things or people or just your basic atoms that got lost there. I'd always thought of my vagina as an anatomical vacuum, sucking up particles from the surrounding environment. I had always perceived my vagina as an independent entity, spinning like a star in its own galaxy, eventually burning up on its own gaseous energy or exploding and splitting into thousands of other, smaller vaginas, each spinning in their own galaxies. I did not see it as part of my body, something between my legs, attached to me. Then, the woman asked us to
get out your hand mirrors and look at your own vagina.
I had never really seen the thing before. It had never occurred to me to look at it. Oh, my vagina existed for me on some abstract plane. It seemed so reductive and awkward, getting down there the way we did in the workshop. I found it quite unsettling at first, my vagina. Like the first time you see a fish cut open and you discover this other bloody, complex world inside, right under the skin. It was so red, so raw, so fresh. And the thing that surprised me the most was the layers. Layers and side layers, opening into more layers. Then, the woman asked us,
how many of you have had orgasms?
Two women tentatively raised their hands. I didn't raise mine, but I had had orgasms. They were accidental orgasms. They happened to me. They happened in my dreams, and I would wake in splendor. They happened in water, mostly in the bath. They happened on horses, on bicycles, on the treadmill at the gym. I did not know how to make one happen. I thought they were a mystical, magical thing, and I didn't want to interfere. It felt wrong getting involved, contrived, manipulative. Then the woman asked us,
with your hand mirrors, see if you can locate your clitoris.
why, but I started to cry. Maybe it was embarrassment. Maybe it was knowing I had to give up this fantasy, that someone or something was going to do this for me. To lead my life, to choose direction, to give me orgasms. As I lay there, trying to find my spot, all I could think about was when I was 10, and I lost my ring in a lake. How I kept diving over and over, running my hands over rocks and fish and slimy stuff, but never my ring. I shouldn't have worn it swimming. The woman who ran the workshop saw my insane scrambling, sweating and heavy breathing, and I said, "I've lost my clitoris! I shouldn't have worn it swimming!" She told me my clitoris was not something I could lose. I didn't have to find it. I had to be it. Be my clitoris. Be it. I put down my hand mirror, I laid back, and closed my eyes. I watched myself float above myself, and watched as I slowly began to re-enter. It was very quiet, this re-entering. Quiet and gentle. I bounced and landed and bounced. And I suddenly slid into my vagina. It was easy, and I fit. There was a little quivering at first, which urged me to stay. Then the quivering became a quake, an eruption, breaking out onto an ancient horizon of light and silence, music and colour, innocence and longing, and I felt connection. Connection! And I lay there, floating above, and my little fat.
Let's just start with the word vagina.
It sounds like an infection at best.
Or maybe a medical instrument.
Hurry! Nurse! Bring me the vagina!
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 No matter how many times you say the word, it never sounds like a word you want to say.
It's a totally ridiculous, completely unsexy word.
And if you use it during sex, trying to be politically correct.
Oh, darling, could you stroke my vagina?
Completely kill the act.
My father, he gave me a card to my little girl, who's not so little anymore.
Secondary school. I had hair growing unevenly underneath my arms. One armpit had hair, the other Nothing. When my friend got hers, her family celebrated. They went out for dinner.
My mum showed me how to put in tampons. I only got it in halfway.
I linked my period to inexplicable phenomena. My mother said to me, "Muzzle tov!" and she slapped me in the face. I don't know whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. I saw red drops on the pink tiles. I said, "Yeah!"
I use tampons. I like putting my fingers up there.
I got horny. I'm a woman. My mother, she gave me hot water and wine. Then I fell asleep.
Dear Miss, please excuse my daughter from basketball today. She's matured.
My mother said to me in a life-threatening voice to stop scratching your coochie snorter. I've become terrified that I've scratched it off down there. I want to touch myself, but I don't, even in the bath. I'm afraid that the water will get in and fill me up until I explode! I put plasters over my coochie snorcher to cover the hole. But they fall off in the water. I imagine a stopper, a bathtub plug to prevent things from entering. I wear 3 pairs of happy heart pattern knickers.
I still want to touch myself, but I don't.
I'm Edgar. And I'm 10.
Gets angry at me and punches me with all his might between my legs. It feels like he breaks my entire self. I limp home. I can't pee. And then my mama asks me,
"What's wrong with your coochie snorcher?"
and when I try to explain to her what Edgar did to me, she says,
"Don't you ever let anyone touch you there again!"
But I tried to explain he didn't touch it, he punched it. I was playing on the bed. Bouncing. And falling. And I impale myself on the bedpost and I let out loud screaming noises that come from my coochie snorcher. I get taken to hospital. And they sew it up from where it's been torn apart. I'm at my father's house, and he's having a party upstairs. Everyone's drinking. But I'm trying on my new white cotton bra and knickers. And then suddenly, my father's best friend, this big man, Alfred, comes up behind me and pulls my knickers down. And sticks his big hard penis into my coochie snorcher. I kick. I try to fight him off. My father's there then, and he has a gun. And there's this loud, horrible noise. And there's blood all over Alfred and I. Lots of blood. Alfred is paralysed for life. And my mama doesn't let me see my father for 7 years. My coochie snorcher is a bad place. It's a place full of nastiness, pain, punching, invasion, and blood. It's a bad luck zone. I imagine a freeway between my legs. And I'm travelling away. I'm going far away from here. There's this gorgeous 24-year-old woman in our neighbourhood. And I stare at her all the time. One day, she invites me into her car. And she says, "Do you like to kiss boys?" And I say, "No, I don't like that." And then she leans over and kisses me so softly on the lips. Wow! And then she asks if I'd like to come to her house. And she kisses me again and tells me to relax. And then she asks my mama if I can stay at her house, and my mama says,
I'm so delighted that such a beautiful and intelligent woman has taken an interest in you.
I'm scared, but really, I can't wait. Her house is fantastic. I decide right there and then that I want to be a secretary just like her when I grow up. She makes herself a vodka. And then she asks me, what would you like to drink? And I say, the same as you. And she says, nah, I don't think your mum would like you drinking vodka. And I say, well, she probably wouldn't like me kissing girls either. So, the pretty lady makes me a drink. I always thought lesbians were ugly. But she's so beautiful. And I say to her, you look great. And she says, so do you. And I say, no, I've only got this white cotton bra and knickers. And then she dresses me in another satin teddy. And then she teaches me all the ways to pleasure myself. And then the phone rings. And it's my mama. I'm sure she knows. She finds out about everything and she says,
What's the matter? Have you been running?
and I say, no, Mama, exercising? And then she says,
Please make sure that there are no boys around.
and the pretty lady says, trust me, there's no boys around here. Afterwards, she teaches me all the different ways to pleasure my coochie snorcher. She's very thorough. Afterwards, I realised that she transformed my sorry-ass coochie snorcher and raised it into a kind of heaven.
My vagina's angry. It is pissed off and it needs to talk to you about all this shit. I mean, what is the deal? An army of people out there trying to think up ways to torture my poor-ass, gentle, loving vagina. Trying to undermine my pussy. Vagina motherfuckers. All this shit that they're constantly trying to shove up us, stuff up us, make it go away. Well, my vagina's pissed off and it's staying right here. Like tampons. What the fuck is that? A dry wad of cotton shoved up there. Why gotta work with my vagina. Prepare the way. Introduce things to it. That is what foreplay is all about. Stop trying to clean it. It smells good already. Not like rose petals. Don't try and decorate it. It's supposed to smell like pussy. That's what they're trying to do. They want it to smell like a bathroom or a garden. All those douche sprays like floral, berry, rain. I don't want my pussy to smell like rain. That's like cooking a fish and then cleaning it. I want to taste the fish. That's why I ordered it. Then there's a dab.
Whose idea were they? Why the scary paper dress that scratches your tits? And why the rubber gloves? And oh, why the flashlight up there like some detective working away? And why the mean cold duck lips that they shove inside you after putting your feet in stirrups? Oh!
What's that? Relax your vagina. Relax your vagina.
Relax my vagina so that you can shove those mean cold duck lips inside it? I don't think so. There's got to be a better way to do those exams. Why can't they find some nice purple velvet and drape it over me? Lay me down in some nice feathery cotton spread. Wear some friendly pink gloves. Rest my feet in fur-covered stirrups. Warm up the ducklet. Work with my vagina. But no. More torture. Oh, like thong underwear. What is this? Moves around all the time, gets stuck in the back of your vagina, real crusty butt. Vaginas need comfort. Why can't they create something like that? No, can't do that. Hate to see a woman having pleasure, particularly sexual pleasure. Why can't they take a nice pair of cotton knickers and put a French tickler inside it? Oh my God, women would be coming all day. Coming in the supermarket, coming on the tube, coming. Happy vaginas! It would talk about itself, like me. It would talk about other vaginas. It would do... It's gonna do vagina impersonations. Diamonds. Just draped in diamonds. My vagina, it helped me release a giant baby. It thought it was gonna be doing more of that. It's really not. Now it wants to travel. It doesn't want a lot of company. It wants to read and to get to know things. It wants sex. Oh, it loves sex! It wants to go deeper. Oh, it's hungry for depth. It wants silence and freedom and gentle kisses. It wants to scream! It wants to stop being angry! My vagina wants chocolate. It wants, oh it wants, my my vagina, well, it wants everything.
Down there? Oh, I haven't been down there since 1953. Oh no, it's a cellar down there. Very damp, clammy. Yeah. You don't want to go down there, trust me. You'd get sick, suffocated. The smell of the clamminess and the mildew and everything. Ooh, smells unbearable, it gets in your clothes. No, there was no accident down there. Nothing blew up or caught fire or anything. Nothing so dramatic. I can't talk about this. We didn't talk like this when I was a girl. Oh yeah. There was this boy. Andy Leftcott. He was cute. Well, I thought so. He asked me out for a date in his car. I can't tell you this. I can't talk about down there. You just know it's there. Like the cellar. There's rumbles down there sometimes. You can hear the pipes. Little things get caught in there, like animals and things. Oh, it gets wet. Sometimes people have to come and plug up the leaks, you know. Oh, Andy. He was very good looking. He was a catch. That's what we called it in my day. We were in his car, a new, bright, shiny car. I remember thinking my legs were too long for the seat. They were bumping up against the dashboard. I was staring at my big kneecaps when he suddenly kissed me in this surprisingly take me by control like they do in the movies kind of way. Oh. And I got excited. So excited. And well, there was this flood down there. I couldn't control it. It was this force of passion, this river of life just flooded out of me. It wasn't pee, but it was smelly. Well, I didn't think it smelled of anything. But Andy said, "Oh, it smells of sour milk. You stained my car seat. You stinky weird girl." Oh, I tried to wipe it up with my dress. It looked so ugly with the flood on it. Andy drove me home and never said another word. And when I got out of the car and closed the door, I closed the whole store, locked it. I dated a few after that, but the idea of flooding made me too nervous. I never even got close again. Oh, I used to have these dreams, crazy dreams. Why? Burt Reynolds. Ooh. I don't know why. He never did much for me in life. Oh, but in my dreams, oh, it was always Bert and I, Bert and I, Bert and I. We'd be out, Bert and I. and give me this orchid corsage. I'd pin it on my blazer.
We'd laugh. We were always laughing.
We'd eat fabulous shrimp.
We'd laugh more. We were very happy together.
Then, just as he pulled me towards him, as if about to kiss me, well, the ground started to shake. Pigeons would fly out from under the blanket. I don't know what these pigeons were doing there. And then there was the flood. It would pour and pour. There'd be little fish and little boats in it. Oh, and Bert would look horribly disappointed in me that I'd done it again as he watched his friends swim past in the field. I don't have those dreams anymore. Not since they took away just about everything down there, the uterus, the tubes, the whole works. The doctor thought he was being funny. He said, "If you don't use it, you lose it, hey!" But really, I found out it was cancer. Everything around it got taken away. Anyway, I've done other things. You know, I sell the odd antique. Oh, and I love those dog shows. I do. What would it wear? What kind of question is that? It would wear a big sign. Closed due to flooding. I told you, it's not like a person who talks. It stopped being that a long time ago. It's a place you don't go. It's in the cellar. It's down there. You happy? You got an old lady to talk about it. You know, actually, you're the first group of people I've ever spoken to about this, and I feel a little better.
I was 13. My mum said to me, "Come downstairs." And she said, "What's that in your knickers?" I said, "Sorry." She said, "Don't worry, you started your period." And I felt like a woman.
I was 13. My mum said, "Go to the bathroom." I thought I was in trouble, but then she came along and explained to me what was happening.
My mum, she excused me from school. I went out for pizza.
I was 14. I woke up and ate my breakfast. My mum said to me, "Take off your pyjamas, put them next to the washing machine."